Consider yourself a successful landlord?
I've got 5 or 6 mixed properties, commercial, residential. So yeah, success. I'm making a bit of money.
Have you had to increase your rents at the moment? I know rates are going up, etc.
I've not had to, but the management agent I use are basically coming to me and saying, we can get X amount more this year.
You didn't personally feel like you needed to, but there was an opportunity to, so you sort of took it.
Absolutely, yeah. I'm quite fortunate. I sold my business 6 years ago, so I've got very little in the way of finance loans. It's all personal money, so I'm quite fortunate in that I haven't got mortgages on the property, so didn't have to increase the rent, but just following the market trends, really.
I mean, it's a cost of living crisis at the moment, rates are spiralling. Do you think that renters or landlords have a tougher time of it at the moment?
Again, I'm quite fortunate in that I don't have any real lending or mortgages, so I'm not affected by the increased interest rates. I think renters, certainly, yeah.
Have you ever considered giving your renters a reduction because of the kind of cost of living crisis?
I should say yes. No. Ultimately, this is an income stream for me. I've worked hard to get that income in the first place, so no, I need the income now. I've stopped working. I've effectively semi-retired from my main job, so I do need that income. So short answer is no.
If you live in Minneapolis, you might have noticed that people started sharpieing out the QR codes on VO scooters. And my little life hack to you is that if you carry hand sanitizer, you can put it on that Sharpie and wait a few minutes. You'll be able to rub the Sharpie right off and still scan the QR code to use the scooter.
Leash in the city? Really? Really? Okay, we'll wait for the police to clear it up.
Yeah, go call them. Karen, please, Karen, call them. Karen, get your phone now and call the police.
I'm just waiting for it to come by.
And which country should I go back to, Karen? Huh? Say it. Now you check out your tongue?
Yeah. Edit it out. Go ahead, edit.
Edit what out?
Come on, Pete.
Hold on, no.
Great. You're lovely. Come on.
Karen, what happened, Karen? Karen, over here. Over here, Karen. Over here. You just did. Have him come over. Have him come over here. Have him come over here, Karen. I'm right here. Have him come over here. Have him come over here. You're harassing them now. Karen, white entitlement was 2020. All right. Why don't you talk to them? Ask them to talk to us. Ask them.
Disturbing video surfacing on social media shows a Lorain police officer shooting a family pet over the weekend.
And tragically, that dog died. The owners are demanding justice now, and we do want to forewarn you, this is hard to watch.
Yeah, Kaitor K learning what that justice would look like for them.
This officer just shot this dog.
Multiple videos posted online Sunday afternoon. Residents in this Lorraine neighborhood visibly distressed after a police officer shoots and kills a dog. What seems to be gunshots heard in this dashcam footage shared by one local.
Had came out the vehicle. He yelled at my mom first. He said, "Get your damn dogs under control."
Melanie Kearns and her mom Tammy tell 3 News an officer had pulled up to their home as they were gathering their dogs who had gotten loose. They claim the frustrated officer also tried to play with their Labrador Retriever, Dixie.
He yells for her, and he says, "Here, puppy, puppy." And then he starts shooting her as she runs away from him, though, because I started running after her as well.
The Kearns saying the officer shot the dog multiple times in the street. Dixie would die at the scene.
And after she was shot one time in the street, he should have just let it go and let us get the dog and take her where she needed to be treated. But he didn't do that. She was crawling, useless, helpless, in the street. He continued shooting her. She was trying to come to safety. And he just kept shooting her 3 more times after the first time.
Area residents like Lisa Hughes have started an online petition demanding justice for Dixie, the Kearns in agreement as they prepare to file a lawsuit against Lorraine PD.
I'm demanding that an investigation be done and ultimately him removed from his position.
He should lose his job. He should go to jail. He should rot.
Clearly, the family there is still very emotional today. We asked Lorraine PD if the officer has been put on leave, and they said no, only telling us that the officer, quote, used force on a dog and that the situation remains under active investigation. Christy.
Okay, so Kaitor, can I ask you this, please? Why was the police officer called to that neighborhood? Was he called to that neighborhood because of the dogs? I mean, what do we know about what precipitated this?
So I did ask the dog's owners that question, and they said they don't know. They just saw the officer kind of show up out of nowhere. They weren't expecting him. And then I also asked Lorraine Police why the officer was there, and they simply told me no comment. This remains under investigation. So hopefully we find the answer to that soon.
Okay, Kaitor K, thank you so much. We really appreciate it.
This officer just shot this dog.
Get back! Get back! Get me a bunch of cars out here. We got a bunch of people coming out. Get back!
You stupid fuck! You killed my dog!
Get back!
Why did you do it?
Damn,
I'm suing
get back!
you.
Okay, your dog charged me. Get back.
You fucker! No, all these people seen that. That dog is harmless.
Okay. Get, ma'am.
No,
I need you
I'm
to get
not.
back. Ma'am, I need you to
fucker.
get back.
Oh my God! We're I'm suing you. I want your name. I want your badge. Everything.
Palmer,
Oh my God,
101.
Why couldn't you let her?
Everybody get back. Everybody get back. Get back. Everybody get back.
Don't
walk back. Okay. Get back. Do not touch. Get back. Get back. Everybody get back. Everybody get back. Okay, I appreciate it. Get back. Get back. Everybody get back. I got it. So get the dog. Hurt the dog. You're a bitch, bro.
Get back.
You're a bitch. I ain't a bitch. Like you a bitch. I got you on camera.
Everybody get back. I appreciate it.
You're not involved. Public sidewalk.
Everybody get back.
I got bond. Public sidewalk. What you talking about? Public sidewalk. It's a public sidewalk. It's a public sidewalk. I got you on camera. No, I'm filing a lawsuit on your ass.
Okay, sit tight.
He wasn't going after him. He shot her 4 times.
You better fucking pay for it.
Everybody get back.
There's no fucking
Get out. Everybody get back.
That is not done. I got it on camera. I got it on camera. You're about to lose your job. I got it on camera. You're about to lose your fucking job. I just pulled up. I got it.
Hey, you! Someone shot me! You stupid cunt! She wasn't even going after you! She was going across the street! I hope you lose your fucking job!
Let's not stand around them while they're arguing.
Okay.
So what ended up happening?
Bitch off. Am I right? You not doing this, but still looking stupid. Can you have your civilian their phone back?
Hey, I'm boogieing out of here.
Because of you!
تعال سوق تعال نبدل هو تخليف
احنا هلا اللي بدنا نحكي فيه جغرافية المنطقة، يعني انت هلا لو استطعت تفوت للمخيم رح تكتشف انه مش مخيم، لكن هلا المشكلة الحقيقية تمام، المشكلة الحقيقية اللي هي انه الشوارع ما ضل الشوارع، يعني في مناطق يجوا فيها متر ونص، في جبال، في وديان، في مغلقة الشوارع بالكامل.
احنا كمسعفين يعني كان في يعني نوع من التوتر نتيجة الاستهداف الإسرائيلي اللي ما بيميز، يعني لا بيميزك انت كمسعف ولا كإنسان مدني ولا كإنسان مقاوم.
How long this will last? It could take hours, but it could also take days. We're focused on our goals. We're not here to conquer or hold the ground. When it's finished, we'll be out of there.
The kid's room right here. Handprints of shit all over the entire room. Your feet just stick to all the shit in there. That's the nastiest house I've ever been in.
It's what officials are calling a house of horrors. Disturbing body camera video shows a house in Oklahoma covered in feces. Inside, 3 children living amongst bugs and animal waste.
I mean, I gotta feel like I got a pretty strong gut. That was as nasty as I've ever seen.
Unsettling footage shows Stillwater police officers inside the home, responding to reports of child sexual assault. Inside, officials finding a disturbing scene.
Yeah.
Video shows feces smeared all over the walls, and officers can be heard saying it's all over the home.
Is this what you're talking about, cleaning up the carpet? I mean, there's poop everywhere.
Officials were called to the house back in March, where 35-year-old Stephen Kittle allegedly sexually assaulted a 4-year-old girl back in January.
Can you go ahead?
Go ahead and put your hands on your back for me.
Can I ask what's going on?
All right, right now you are under arrest for child sexual assault. Okay, we're not going to talk about it while we're here. We'll talk about it back at the police department, okay?
Detectives say Kittle later admitted to the sexual assault, saying it happened on multiple occasions as a 1-year-old watched on. Both children lived in the home along with another 18-month-old child, 6 dogs, and 3 cats. Kittle also lived in the home alongside his wife, 26-year-old Lindsay Pratt, and his mother, 59-year-old Robin Kittle. All 3 adults are now charged with child neglect after officials found the home in squalor.
Bro, that is the worst house I've ever been in right there.
Video shows officers walking through the home taking inventory of the area.
Alright, there's the carpet store was like this when you moved, not the junk one over there.
According to court documents, quote, the air was thick and musty, which made breathing difficult. We could not complete the walkthrough without taking breaks outside for fresh air. Video shows one officer remove himself from the home and begin spitting and gagging outside.
Trade you for a sec.
Okay. The dark gray Dodge Journey is left being driven by a black male who is involved in the disturbance, has an expired paper tag on it.
After an initial visit, court documents say the 18-month-old girl's hands were, quote, covered with dried feces, which she rubbed in her hair and eyes. Court documents go on to say, quote, it was obvious the children smeared the feces because of the size of the handprints.
She's like, we're trying to clean up. You go in this room, and it looks like you just put shit all over your hands and like all over the place.
Inside the same room, officials say nails were found sticking out of a bed frame, and children were often locked up to prevent them from eating food out of the refrigerator. The children were taken into custody by the Oklahoma Department of Human Services. All 3 adults are now being held in the Payne County Jail. Reporting for Lone Crime Network, I'm Sierra Gillespie.